In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Persona 4 Arena!
Yeah, wow, that intro was bad.
That's how we do it here at No Way Esports PMAT G. Alright,
Yeah, we sponsored now. We don't have a script.
Persona
Talking
4
points.
Arena, no script, talking points, basic mechanics. We got your buttons.
Okay, so first, I just want to say, we're going to do this for every character in the game, but for now, we're just going to do an overview about the game. Okay, so basic mechanics, we got your buttons. We got A, B, C, and D. A and B are like, A would be like a jab with pretty much every character. And B is, so think of A as your light and B as your heavy. And then C and D are persona buttons. They summon this guy right here. His name is Izanagi. Wow. Yeah, and then they all do like way different things. One character, non-persona show. Actually, believe it or not, he doesn't have a persona.
That's why his name is non-persona.
It is. Oh, wow. Oh.
We got personas, you got persona cards. Every person has 4 persona cards. You want to go in your settings?
People have different amounts of persona cards.
No, persona 4 persona.
Okay. Wow. I don't know how to set the
Persona gauge.
Persona gauge default.
Okay, so if you summon your persona and somebody hit it, you don't get to use it. You have that many persona cards and then, oh no, persona break.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing's happening.
Yeah. So now you literally can't use your persona. As you can see, it will refill.
Oh, my persona cards are filled. My persona back.
Yeah, so persona break actually impacts a lot more stuff. It prevents you from doing a lot of special moves. Some characters, like Kanji, will actually get adapted versions of their special moves to not have a persona. You can't burst, and chances are you can't do your super, or any of your super. This game has, okay, so let's see, status.
Oh, so it is based off of the critically acclaimed RPG Persona 4, in which there are a lot of status ailments, such as
shock.
Yu Narukami.
Whoa!
Shock.
Wow. Shock you.
Now, as you'll notice, I'm moving my stick.
Hold it, you should shock me so I can show you what. Oh wait, okay, so I can crouch, I can't jump, I can't move while I'm shocked. So there are a lot of status elements. There's shock, infatuated, which makes you lose meter. There's fear, which makes you take more damage. Silence is basically a persona rage, which makes it so you can't block, so on and so forth.
You could have just been Teddy and shown off.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised you're not using it.
Yeah, I am too. Oh yeah, just hold it. And then we got negative penalty. I don't know why I just pointed to the screen.
You can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so negative penalty is what happens in this game if you back up too much. So like just backdash and jump back over and over. It does like a shit ton of stuff. You take more damage, a ton of stuff. Yeah, so if you keep backing up, you will eventually, and then like start whiffing a lot of buttons. Jump. Essentially, eventually, you'll get what just happened, which is negative.
I can get negative penalties.
Oh yeah, maybe. Okay. So essentially, all you need to know, that's made to enforce aggressive play, so this game doesn't get too zone heavy. And yeah. So movement, we got your standard forward back walk. We got dash, forward back. Forward dashes are runs in this game, which means you just keep running. You got instant air dash, whatever. Characters will have double jumps. You got super jump. You can't double jump after super jump, but you can air dash afterward. Yeah, rolls, which are done with A and C, which have some invincibility, and then you got hop, which is down A and C. It's just your basic short hop. You can cancel moves into hop. Do some cool stuff. Some things to note. You can hold it, shock me real quick. You could actually do roll and hop out of shock, and you can get rid of a status element. So shock me again, and you can get rid of a status element by hitting, or until the timer runs out. But the timer is pretty long for a lot of them. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, we got one more cancels and bursts. This game has a lot of stuff to do with your meter. So let's say I want to cancel anything. So here's slide. Hold up, block low.
It's very minus.
Yeah, like just punish the fuck up. Yeah, and then boom, counter hit. No one wants to be there. So block low. Boom, one more. For 50 meter, you can cancel anything into like anything really, and it's really good. Oh no.
No, I'm gonna segue into burst.
Okay. Yeah. So it's essentially just really good. It's mostly used if your opponent blocks, but it can also be used for combo extension. Like.
So let's say my opponent is doing a sick, nasty combo like that. He's using his one more. I'm in the corner. Burst. Burst. My favorite mechanic in this game. Every Arc Sys game got a burst, basically. You know what you want to do when you burst? You say, don't touch it. It gets you off of there, but then you get your burst put on a counter. So you can't use your burst again unless you move at them, land hits, get hit. All the work. You know more about how it works.
Yeah. Okay, so good stuff about burst. What's wrong? And I guess this also segues into auto combo. So if you press light over and over and over. Okay, so if you press light over and over and over again, you can get an auto combo. Auto combos actually fill up your burst gauge more. As you can see, like it's a pretty big jump on your burst gauge. But yeah, it's just getting hit fills it up, doing offensive stuff fills it up. Oh shit, that's a secret for later. That's a surprise mouse tool.
What's a secret?
Oh, the shadow. So yeah, and then if you have bursts, normally, hold on, so do a combo into one more burst. You could spend the burst. Yeah, so this guy has like never played Narukami. Okay, so if you want to do a lot of damage, you could actually spend your burst to do extra stuff. It's like here I can slide in the burst in the like big bolt. And yeah, so it does use your burst, but a lot of people do this to finish out rounds. It like makes weird confirms like this possible. Like slide, burst, boom, boom. Just like cool shit like that. It really increases your damage.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Okay, swap stick again. And now, there are two types of characters in this game. You got normal mode, and then you got the bing bang boom, the shadow mode.
I am a normal character, and that is why I am able to burst.
Yeah, so shadow characters are what I actually picked. If you notice, you'll see like little yellow eyes. And like, you'll just see a little bit different. So shadow characters have a different auto combo from the regular characters. They have the auto combo they had in Persona 4 Arena, which is the game before this. Or if they're new to Ultimax, they will have the same auto combo as they did. So like, do your auto combo. Yeah, and then I will have that. Auto combos are really cool. They have a ton of different mechanics. A big one is like base Narukami, you can jump cancel it and do really extended stuff. Here, you can't do nearly as much out of it as like normal Narukami. But you also have more health, you have increased meter gain, and your meter will carry over in between rounds. So meter in between rounds in this game will not carry over, unless if you are a shadow character. So if you're a regular character, use it all. And then the big draw towards the shadow character, at least in 1.1 and 2.0, they're fucking broken. But in 1.1, you got Shadow Burst, which is with 100 meter, you press burst. In Shadow Burst, you can cancel any special move into any special move, like different versions of itself, like Zeo, boom. You can do whatever you want. Supers cost significantly less. Like normally cross slash will do 50 or cost 50. Here it only costs like 15. You also get a ton of cool stuff involving involving with your meter gain. A regular character will be able to access something called Awakening, which is like their version of meter gain, kind of. So when you hit, I believe it's 35% or less health, you become awakened, increasing your max meter to 150, gaining 50 meter instantly, and unlocking an awakening. So Narukami can only do cross slash, which is double quarter circle back C, like that, while he's in awakening. And this will actually show in the command list too. All of the red ones are only in awakening. You also get Raijin Enbu out in awakening, which means he can only do it as a non-shadow. And shadow characters can't do insta-kills, but that doesn't really matter. And the big draw towards shadow characters doing the Shadow Rage is kind of just how much damage they do. So like a regular character will only be able to do X amount, but shadow characters can like... And like this is a really basic combo.
What a trade-off for not
Well, that one didn't even work. I don't play Shadow Narukami. And I was very sloppy with the inputs too, just to show you. This game is pretty lenient with them, but the combos in general are really strict. But yeah, it's like, it's really freeform in what you're allowed to do.
Persona 4 Arena, ladies and gentlemen.
And yeah, so one last thing before we go to the character overview, which was the main purpose of this, it only took 13 minutes,
This place exists between
was...
dream and reality.
So some characters actually won't have a shadow mode. Most of these characters are exclusive to P4A. Like, I don't know about you, but I didn't see Show in Persona 4.
Oh, you must not have been looking.
That's what I gotta say.
Wow, that's an interesting color.
Yeah, so Velvet Room characters won't have it. Show won't have it. Adachi doesn't have one. And yeah. And then Shadow Labrys obviously doesn't have one. So Shadow Labrys is a shadow, but she doesn't play like a shadow character. But you have Shadow regular Labrys. Okay. Boom 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 transition. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so next we have character difficulty for you. I went ahead and made this chart because pretty much everyone on this team plays Tekken. They don't even know what anime is. Like, I tried to ask them what Naruto is. They were like, yo, that's Ichigo.
I don't remember that.
No, it literally happened.
Doubtful.
I do say Ichigo.
That's epic. Like from Darling in the Franxx.
I think it's Belichi. Wow. This is so unfunny it hurts. We might have to redo.
That was amazing.
I don't want to waste 14 minutes. So we're doing it live.
Alright, let's talk about character difficulty. So, I gotta say, as a person who is not a pro, but does play the game at a medium to a somewhat high level, I completely agree with this take.
Okay, so this is my opinion, which I'm not saying it's right, but it's very close to right. If
Take
it's
it from a top 8 Evo finalist.
yeah, take it from a player. So, okay. Okay, so green is going to be your easy characters, yellow is going to be your intermediates, and red, red equals hard. Essentially, all you have to know about this is, we're going to go down the list. Okay, so first, I'm going to go from the left. So we got Margaret. She's an extremely committal character, which is why she's hard. She has an option for everything. A lot of people think she's the best character in the game, but she has so many options that it's really hard to choose, and she's really punishable on a lot of stuff. Yeah, so she's going to be really hard if you don't know that much about fighting games or are new to 2D anime fighters, because you really got to know your shit with her. Next, we got non-persona show.
Non-persona show is the definition of a man's character, okay? There's Chie if you want to be a gorilla, right? You want to rush down, you want to go in, you want to beat somebody up. But why play Chie when you've got non-persona show? Non-persona show, double katanas, double fun. He has a parry, he can dodge moves, and he has 4 different versions of a projectile. Full screen projectile. Epic. Best character in the game. And let me tell you something. You want the best reversal super ever created in any fighting game? Let me tell you something about Moon Smasher.
Yeah, you know what? We're showing it off right now. Showing
You
it
told
off.
me you weren't gonna do this.
No, it doesn't matter. We're showing
You
off
told me you
Moon
weren't gonna
Smasher.
do
We
this.
need to show off Moon Smasher.
The time.
The time.
This was supposed to be like a 10-minute introductory.
Yeah,
video.
it doesn't matter. We're gonna do it in like 25 minutes. Can we all?
Yeah, sure, okay. It's gonna be a docu series.
Yeah, yeah. So we're showing off.
Moon Smasher. Yeet.
Yeah.
Best character in the game. You want to do 4,810 damage raw? Might as well do the EX version.
Okay, do sweep. Oh, I'm in a wake up situation. Boom!
Moon Smasher.
What I want to say, it's actually fully invincible, but it's very punishable. It's pretty sick. Yo, ignore what she's doing. Okay, so next we got Naoto. Okay, so Naoto Shirogane is this character right here. She is a trap character, but she doesn't really use trap. Wait, I'm calling Naoto a she. Oh no. It's a dude.
It's fine. This game already just.
Oh, okay.
It says she on the screen.
Oh wait, yeah, Naruto is a girl. Wait, what am I thinking? I thought Naruto was a. Okay.
Just move.
Oh, hold on. No.
We're not going off on a tangent, Matt. This is why
No,
you got
I'm
me
going
here.
off on a tangent.
Okay, alright,
I
so
saw
why
the
am I
not.
even-
No. You broke. Okay. So I was watching Evo, or Anime Evo in Europe, and the dude was playing Naruto and BlazBlue. I'm sorry, actual mistake. Okay, so Naruto. Yeah, so she's a trap character. She offers like. Yeah, so she offers a ton of stuff. She has like really cool setups, really high damage. She actually has a fate counter. She can insta-kill you with it. She's actually not played too much, but she's an extremely strong character. She has good zoning, good everything. Really good confirms and a really good awakening super.
This is a good way to segue into Shadow.
Yeah,
Remember
but
what we talked about Shadow characters?
yeah, so Shadow Naruto, on the other hand, we're gonna break the cycle a little bit. This character, maybe not like the best character in the game, but definitely one of the grimiest. This character wishes to kill you in 1 to 2 combos. Well, 1 combo. But like, yeah. Very grimy, even as not a shadow. Extremely high damage, but it doesn't really have the gorilla tools of the other characters, and it's weird that she has traps because she's kind of a rushdown character. It's pretty weird. Wow, that was awful. Okay, fourth we got Teddy, we got the boy. This is the character I play.
This is the character we have to hope you don't go on another 20-minute long tangent about.
Yep, so I'm just gonna say I'm not gonna say much about him, but expect like probably a 2-hour long video on him for his tutorial.
That's why he's red.
Yeah, I think this character is probably, well, I think the Shadow version of this character is the hardest character in the game by far. And I think Teddy is probably the second hardest character in this game. He's an item character. He's actually not random, which introduces a lot more stuff to item characters, gives them a lot of setups that you can plan for. 2 item orders, just like a crazy character. Yeah, really good in mid-range to zoning. Yeah, pretty much invalidates a lot of the other characters if you play them right. Andy cute. We got Yukiko next. So we got Yukiko as, I put her as yellow. So Yukiko is the main like zoner of the game. It's all she really wants to do. Extremely long range, decent damage if you charge fire, extremely high if you get to level 9. I hate to say it, but she's kind of bad. There are a lot of people that actually make her work, but she really lacks a ton of options for anything that isn't zoning. But if you like setup zoners, and if you like really trying to get into like your opponent's head, finding their flaws, it's the character for you. She's actually not even a low tier, I would say. She's probably a mid.
But it's like, why not just play this?
I kind of think she might be better than Yukari.
Okay,
low.
next.
If you're playing a zoner, I'm always going to say pick Teddy. Oh, one more thing about Yukiko is her fire charge levels, what I said from 1 to 9. They actually change her play drastically, especially at level 6. So finding them, I think she's a little better as a shadow character though, because you can get the fire charges. Okay, next we got Yunarukami. This is the Shoto of the game. He's got all of the basic tools you would want as a protagonist. Great anti-airs, great literally everything, just really solid.
Good projectile. Jump 2B, Katana Jesus, the best move in the game.
Yeah, jump 2B, normal 2B, one of the best anti-airs and one of the best jump in normals, one of the best jabs in the game, one of the best auto combos. Just really good at everything, extremely high damage, safe jumps up the ass. Like, this character has anything you can want. Alright, next we got...
Let's talk about Yosuke Hanamura, everybody. Yosuke, I got 2 words for you. DP. That's
Should we show this off, dude?
Yeah, okay, let's show off the Yosuke.
Sorry, but I won't leave
Okay.
a picture in your
Okay, so
head.
Yosuke,
I wish you
I
good
put
luck.
him as yellow. He's actually pretty hard to move around. He's extremely fast.
This is like one of the peak characters if you want to see how fluid the movement can be in this game, honestly.
Yeah, like, this character, a lot of people say he has a pseudo teleport because his movement can actually be unreactable. Oh my god, I ran out of breath. So his movement can actually be unreactable in this game. Like, this character is fast. Oh shit, I forgot about air turnarounds. You could press AC in the air to turn around.
Fast!
Yeah, so the big part about him, though, is his DP. This DP... Wait, did we even talk about DPs in the basic? Okay, so every character has this, which is B and D. It's a reversal action that's universal. High risk, except if you're Yosuke. This DP is absolutely crazy. On hit, it knocks down the opponent, and like in some cases, like do a jump in on them. In some cases, like you can get a combo after. You literally just win everything if you do the DP, even on a whiff, like try to punish it. Oh my god, you did it.
That's only because I play Yosuke.
Yeah, it's like, this character has some tricky stuff. Like, look at how active this is.
Okay, we could do this
Yeah.
for hours. Alright, next.
Yeah, so
Yosuke, very fast, very stylish, takes a lot of execution. You're gonna get arthritis playing Yosuke.
yeah, the only reason why he's in yellow is he actually has a lot of options
And
that,
you have to have a gigantic brain to not always DP.
yeah, big brain. DP is very obvious with Yosuke, but some people can't punish him. He has a lot of tools that are pretty much unbeatable, I would say, in lower level play. So he would be very easy to pick up. But if you're a newer Yosuke player, you're gonna really have trouble against people that know what they're doing. But if you're like just picking up the game with someone as the same level, yeah, he's gonna be extremely frustrating
If
to
you
play
want
against.
them to keep playing the game, don't pick Yosuke.
Yeah, it's like he's going to be extremely hard for the opponent. He is red in every sense of the word, other than the fact that he also has options that can really help, like, carry you. But not carry, it really helps you learn the game. Okay, so next we got Chie Satanaka.
Chie green, just like
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, so Chie's green, extremely easy. Gorilla, she was pretty much the first character where people were like, damn, that's a fucking gorilla. Like, oh my god, this character will rush you down. Skullcracker, block Skullcracker is just as hard as spelling the word silhouette. Like literally, like oh my god. Blocking this character is ridiculous. Doing anything against this character is ridiculous. Shadow Chie, some of the highest burst damage in the game. Regular Chie, some of the highest burst. If you let this character awaken, you're really not having a good time. Yeah, just a really solid rushdown character. Really good if you're a newer player. Combos are actually pretty easy. She can kill you off of a DP, which is pretty cool.
Shoutouts to SQ.
Yeah, shoutouts to SQ. This character was seen as a low tier when the game came out for some reason. I don't know. That's some false gospel. That's some take the throw from Kami players.
All right, let's go.
And
Next.
SF5. Okay, we got Kanji Tatsumi. As you can see, we have him as green too. Kanji is the grappler of this game. He's a lot of people will say he's really bad. It's just, you know, he's an anime grappler. Tiers don't really matter with anime grapplers. If he's gonna win, he's gonna win. He's gonna hit you with the classic. He's gonna do whatever. He has a lot of like extremely good tools, anti-air grabs, regular command grabs.
I'd say his DP is second or third best in the game. It's really good.
Yeah, he has one of the best reversals in the game. It's like almost on par with Yosuke's. Extremely high damage even outside of the command grabs.
Very slow. He does not have a dash.
No, he does.
Well,
He basically doesn't have a dash. He's a grappler with an air dash, which is kind of interesting. And a big thing about him is he can actually combo after and into a lot of his command grabs because of something called spin state, which we will go into way later probably on his episode. But if you like grapplers, this is the character for you. He also has the most health in the entire game. Like, he's very tough to kill. Okay, next.
if
We
you
got-
want to know about this character, just watch the G-Unit video.
It-
It's
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah, so this character's also green. This is Persona Show. I'm going to make a video on it, and I'm probably still going to link the video in the description. There's a video from 2014 explaining anything you need to know about this character. Very basic rushdown character. He has everything, like, he's basically another Shoto, I would say.
Yeah.
Except he has a teleport. He has extremely good normals. Jump B, stand A. Just a
Crouch A.
just a really hard character to get around. Plus on block teleport that you actually had to lab punishes you. You just had to train yourself to react to it. Extremely high damage. He also has Moon Smasher. It's a pretty big thing. He can combo after Moon Smasher. Just a really solid character if you're looking for really high damage. And his normals can really help you learn the game because, oh my god, they're good. Okay, next we got Mary. She's red. She's extremely hard. Not many Mary players, but Hales is probably the biggest one. I hope I pronounced the name right.
You want to be a weather forecaster at the same time as you're playing a fighting game? You want to be a chief meteorologist, Tom Tucker?
I think I've just been breathing into the mic.
That's fine. But
Yeah, fuck that. Okay, so Mary is a character for you if you like, I would say like really complex mechanics mixed with high damage. She can control the weather and the weather will give you different mechanics on all of your moves. She does extremely high damage for a very low meter. She can be really plus on a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of her stuff's hard to punish. Jump C especially. Yeah, she just has a lot of options. She has a really good anti-air. Her combos are ridiculously hard though, and her neutral is really hard to get around. Like, and by that I also mean grasp for the player. I would definitely recommend like trying to learn another character before you learn Mary if this is your first fighting game, because she's gonna be pretty hard. What I want to say also, Margaret, Adachi, and Mary are DLC, so if you want to play them, gotta spend the $6. Next we got Ken.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about Ken. Can we just skip past that one?
Yeah, so Ken is a puppet character. You control the dog along with Ken. Pseudo infinite block strings. Everything. This character is a nightmare to deal with. If you want to know about him, just look up any tournament footage for this game. I forgot who said it, but the best quote is, "I don't care about being hit by Ken, but I don't want to ever block Ken." This character, like, pretty low damage, honestly, but he's gonna put you in the vortex. There's nothing you can really do. Riskiest DP in the game, but very good. Yeah, you can hit the dog to try to stop him, but pretty much every time you hit the dog, it's covered by Ken. Anytime you even try to approach Ken, it's covered by the dog. So next we got Yukari Takeba, another red character. This is another zoner of the game. Very hard to explain. You want to shoot arrows at people, convert, set up traps, convert off the arrows. She can make a lot of stuff air unblockable. A big thing with her is she focuses around her awakening super. So as soon as she gets into awakening, she's a way better character than when she isn't.
Is that the tornado?
Yeah, it's the tornado. Magarula. Yeah, like, she's just really interesting. What I will say, if you're just getting into this game, she will have a very big hurdle, because her basic combo, like her big bread and butter mid-screen anywhere, revolves around, I believe, a 3-frame link. So watch out, because, you know, 3-frame links are going to be pretty hard if you're new. Labris. So you can see we got her in the green. So Labris is a character...
You don't need to go to the lab to play Labris.
Yeah. Super high risk, high reward. Rushdown character. She focuses around hitting you with her axe to make her axe do more damage, and then cashing out her axe level for a super. She's just like, she's pretty good. There's not much really to say about her if you want extremely high burst damage player. Also, she's just a cool character if you play the story. A lot of people have her as their favorite. Next we got Mitsuru. This character is another one where it's an absolute nightmare. Got her as yellow. She's a dedicated charge character in this game.
Oh, so that's why you have her as yellow. If you can't do charge inputs, this is dark red. This is the darkest red.
Yeah, like, this is gonna be hard if you don't know how to... Like, Shadow Mitsuru, oh my god, you gotta be able to partition that shit. But regular Mitsuru, just like, for
Just auto combo.
yeah, like, for how hard some of her regular combos can be, and just like, they're not really even hard, I would say. They're just hard if you don't know charges. Like, her auto combo is one of the best in the game. Her crouch light is one of the best. She has instant overhead. She has anything you could ever dream of to open you up. She has a really good anti-air. She has one of the best DPs in the game. She's just really good, and she can kill you in one combo under certain conditions. Next, we got Aegis. Aegis is red for many reasons. She focuses around 2 modes. I actually kind of want to show that off,
Picture in your head your own
because I feel like
appearance.
that's going to be kind of
Very
important.
well.
Yeah, so she has regular mode, and then she has Orgia mode. So it changes a lot. Changes our gameplay a lot. I'll try to show it off. If you go down, down in A or B, you can go in and out of Orgia. So here I'm outside of Orgia and here I'm inside of it. She gets like a weird like flight, a ton of dashes in Orgia, and her big mechanic I'll have to hide the button presses is you want to stop the Orgia mode from overheating, because when it overheats you gotta wait this whole long time without having Orgia mode. She has a lot of moves actually tied to Orgia mode, which is this, like all of these. And then DP, her DP also sends her in and out of Orgia mode. And she also has a bullet system, so moves will use different amount of bullets. She can run out, and then as soon as she does, she just can't use bullets anymore. But I have it fully, her auto combo and stuff uses bullets. Yeah, she's gonna be really hard. She has really good mix-ups. Like bullets.
So is that the Iron Man Buster Bomb move?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so like try to block this. Yeah, so she can like swap you high and low as many times as she wants. Really high combo damage to an extremely good character. You just have to take the time to know her. Next we got Adachi, another yellow character. So Adachi is an extremely high damage character revolving around counter hits and anti-airs. Extremely frustrating character to play against, has a lot of very long type of setup normals, like you can get a huge beam across.
This is a space that only those who have
just pretty hard to fight against,
entered into a
decently hard to play. He's one of the main characters that uses a mechanic called hop cancels, which we will have to get into a lot on the tutorial. But they're honestly pretty hard, and if you don't know them, you can't really play Adachi at his level, because it increases his damage by such a large margin. Okay, yeah, that's it for Adachi. Next we got Elizabeth. She's red. She's actually not really the hardest character, but she's extremely risky to play, especially if you're new and don't know, like, and can't do all of her combos consistently. She has a mechanic where she actually hurts herself to do more things, and when she gets into the mode Awakening, her entire moveset goes like crazy. She gets super upgraded versions of all of her moves. And her whole goal is she tries to kill you in one combo with Hama, and she could do it out of any move. And yeah, but she's pretty unsafe on a lot of stuff. She doesn't have the best normals, except she has a really good anti-air. And she really struggles, like... an Elizabeth round that I feel like a lot of players have dealt with is doing your combo, sacrificing your entire health bar. Either the combo doesn't kill or you drop it and then you die because you're down to 20% health. She has the lowest base health in the entire game. And yeah, she's just pretty hard. Next we got Akihiko. He's another yellow character. This character is the boxer type character of the game. Extremely short range, extremely high damage. A lot of ducks and weaves, can use them to dodge. A lot of really interesting combo tools. Pretty meter focused, or counter hit focused, I would say. He's very good. A lot of people think he's top 5, except Akihiko players, of course. And yeah, if you're down with having a lot of range issues, he's really good. He can combo after his DP. He can silence you off of an auto combo. He has a ton of grimy stuff and just extremely high damage. Next we got Shadow Labrys. She's another yellow character. I'm gonna show her off a little bit too, because she's weird. It's the only real thing I can say with her. She has by far the best super in the game with her awakening super. Like, it is no contest. But yeah, so you're gonna notice really quickly that's a big ass bowl. So that stays. You can make it block. You control the bowl with C and D. And yeah, it's like you could do actions like corresponding to the bowl while you do your regular actions. The bowl counts as your persona. So if you hit the bowl enough, you could break it. But also the bowl will have some armor, and you have to break it by like punishing. She really shuts down the zoners because the projectiles will hit the bowl and not her. And now it's time to show off the best super in the game, her awakening super. So what it will do is it will freeze frame the game like that, and then do that. But while the game is frozen, like see it even has a cooldown. While the game is frozen, you could do actions, and as you can see it's 4, and he will rapid fire all of those actions. You can make them combo into themselves, into that, and then yeah, it is crazy. Hold on, 1 second.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream
Okay, and that's it for Shadow Labrys. Extremely good character. Decently tough to learn, but the bowl will really destroy other people if you're trying to just learn the game. Highly recommended if you want to learn like all of the intricacies. Next we got Junpei Iori. So Junpei is a pretty hard character, I'm gonna say. You gotta play baseball while you're playing Persona. Once again, I gotta show him off a little bit. Because playing baseball while you're playing a fighting game might seem weird, but it's really how it is. So I'm gonna say he's without a doubt the worst character in the game until he gets 10 runs. I'll show off his normal run number. You gotta set him to 55 score because it's fun. So it's 0 runs. So he's got that. He has that little white line on the bat that I'm pretty sure you can see. That's a sweet spot. And every time you miss a move, you get a strike. So hold up, block. Every time they block a move, you get a ball. And every time you hit a move, you get a base. If you strike and then get 3 outs, your score won't reset. Oh, hold on, let me get some bases on you. And then if I whiff moves, the bases will go away. And then if I get 4 balls, so hold that. 4 balls, I'll get 1 base because, you know, it's a walk in baseball. Or if I hit a super, it does a home run. You know, you could get Grand Slam and stuff like that. And you're mainly focused on trying to get 10 runs with him. Because as soon as you get 10 runs, he becomes one of the best characters in the game. He does this, he regains health passively, he gets like bonus stats in every 10 runs, he'll get more. But the big one is 10, because he gets a bonus mechanic called Victory Cry. And then his hits can do something called clean hit, which is if you hit that little sweet spot. You get just like that. And then it's really easy to loop after you hit the first one, but a good setup is like fun. Yeah, and then you loop the clean hits, you do whatever. Gain a lot of runs, super high combo damage at that, you can cancel his VP, and you could start canceling his moves into like other moves. Like as you can see, I cannot do bunt in the slide, but as soon as I get 10 hits... Oh, sorry, that's not a real one. But as soon as I get 10 hits, I can do bunt in the slide every... So just a really interesting character. Very good once you get Victory Cry, but really struggles until then. In most games, you just have to accept you're probably not going to get Victory Cry. Like that, the character is just not that good, sadly. But I mean, he's got tournament
to the
placings. He's
velvet
kind of
room.
like the Phoenix Wright of the game.
This place exists between
If
dream
you
and
really
reality,
work towards his
mind
game plan,
and
he can
matter.
be insane. And next we got
Why
Rosé.
don't you introduce
So this
yourself?
character is another green. She is a pretty easy. So she's a pretty easy rushdown character. She puts you in what a lot of people call the blender. She is
This is a
ridiculous for
space
that, especially.
Only those who have, in one way or another, entered into a contract
And yeah,
may enter.
she's kind of like Ken without
In
the
your
dog.
daily life, you
She's gonna make you
subconsciously
block.
heard the
She can
call
play
to
DDR
awaken,
during a fighting
and
game.
you
She's
chose
just really
to
cool.
follow the destiny of your inner
Expect her
voice, thereby enacting
expect
the
her
glorious
tutorial to
awakening
be pretty
your
long,
path.
honestly. She's got a lot of setups. Okay, and that's it for the basic characters, and now we got the shadow characters.
We should just make that another video.
I already loaded it. We might as well.
No, this is gonna be an hour long.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, so we got Naito.
This is gonna be a lot quicker.
Yeah, a lot. Okay, so Shadow Naito wants to kill you in one combo, as we've shown, or well, we have. Should we show it off?
What?
Should we show off the Shadow Naito?
Oh my god! In her video.
Well,
We
what do
gotta
you?
get through this.
Okay. Okay, so Shadow Naito.
Better regular Naruto.
Yeah, so as you've seen with the little shadow demonstration I gave with Yuna Arakami, like having the ability to cancel everything and everything is absolutely broken, and especially characters like Naito where they could loop supers. Very good. I have Shadow Teddy as black and not red. This character is absolutely ridiculous.
That's the hardest character in fighting game history.
Yeah, like literally, I mean, a lot of people will say stuff like Marvel 3 Chun, Marvel 3 Jill. I play those characters. I will say Shadow Teddy is probably way harder. This character is, I mean, it's like even if you look it up, you won't even like find gameplay for him. Like you pretty much had to lab everything yourself. Damn, I got a tickle in my throat. Except if you watch the tutorial, because I happen to main him along with regular Teddy. I think he's the best character in the game. Extremely grimy, extremely good setups.
Damn, are you about to be the first person to make a Shadow Teddy tutorial?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Wow. I'm doing it.
I never thought I would see the day.
Yeah, never thought I'm gonna break the Persona code by unleashing a Shadow Teddy tutorial. Okay, next we got Shadow Yukiko. Hold on, I'm gonna show off how he looks. See? Okay, so next Shadow Yukiko. Exactly what I said about regular Yukiko, except once again she aims to kill you in one combo. It's a lot easier to gain fire charges. She gets to do a ton of really grimy stuff with her. With like her fans, her fire, she can make stuff unblockable. It's just regular Yukiko without the setup. Having burst on his owner is really good, but it's completely your preference. If you don't want the burst and you want the huge damage potential, you want to pick Shadow Yukiko. Extremely untapped potential here, really underplayed. Shadow Yu, I have him as yellow. He's just really regular you abuse the same stuff, you abuse how good his moves are, but instead of having Thunder God Dance or Raijin Enbu, which is the base U burst, you have the burst combo of Shadow Rage and being able to do 6 to 7k. Just like pick him if you want. He actually sees a lot more play than the other Shadow characters because of how good his normals are. I personally prefer regular Yu, but he's definitely a cool character. Next we got Shadow Yosuke in the red. Shadow Yosuke is the same as regular Yosuke, except the combos are somehow harder.
And Terafu is actually more relevant, which is cool. My favorite move.
Yeah, so his strengths are being able to do a guaranteed unblockable and killing you off of it. Off of pretty much anything. And having a really good auto combo that gains 32 meter, if I remember. Like, yeah, pick him. He's really good. I mean, this character is like one of my demons. This character is very hard to play against as well as the player. Okay, next we got Chie. Shadow Chie hovers green. Literally power charge 3 times in the kill. Power charge 3 times in the kill the character, it's all you need to do. Can do it off of anything. Like, you've probably, if you've seen footage, it's probably been of Shadow Chie doing some dumb shit. She can do 6k burst safe off of a grab. He's really good.
Pretty sure Shadow Chie is the biggest Chie in BB Tag, I think.
Yeah, like if you've seen BB Tag Chie, Shadow Chie is just that. It's high damage. Shadow Kanji, have him as yellow. He actually loses a lot to being a shadow. He loses his good auto combo, but he gains being able to like kill off of a command grab, which is new for a lot of, I mean, like he actually gets 8k off of a command grab, and he gets just a lot of cool stuff. He gets true combos into and out of what's it called, his command grab super. But yeah, he loses a lot with very strictly worse auto combo. Shadow Ken got him as red. Good luck. Probably the weirdest. No, Shadow Teddy's still the weirdest. Shadow Ken is just regular Ken. There's barely any footage for him. Mostly because I feel like people didn't really want to pick him.
It's like, why would you pick Ken without a burst?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Ken's specialty has never really been damage in the first place. But Shadow Ken does have burst damage. I've seen like one piece of gameplay of it. If you want like really surprise burst and you somehow think you want to get punished for your one mistake you're gonna make, pick Shadow Ken. But a real strength of regular Ken is being able to burst the one time there's a hole in your stuff. A thing is, bursts are easily baitable in this game if you have good reads anyway. So it's like, yeah, if you want to play really risky, play Shadow Ken. Shadow Yukari. Yukari's red for the same reason. Really hard to pick up, the ceiling extremely high, but the floor is really high too. But as soon as you hit the floor, you're going to be able to do a lot of like really cool stuff. She really struggles for the same reasons. It's a zoner without a burst. But extremely high burst damage, and a thing about Shadow characters is they can do Awakening Supers at any time. So instead of Shadow Raging, which a lot of Shadow Yukaris don't do, they'll just do Magarula. They'll just do the super. And then insta-win neutral, force you to take the mix-ups. And yeah, a really weird character, very underutilized once again. Not a lot of people play the Shadow characters in 1.1. 2.0, the entire patch was made to buff the Shadow characters, but they buffed them too much.
And then there's no reason not to play Shadow characters.
Yeah, like they gave the Shadow characters a burst, that's all you need to know. And they buff Shadow Rage. But just because some of the Shadow characters in this game are like pretty bad compared to like a lot of them are in the low tier, there are some like Shadow Chie, Shadow Mitsuru, and Shadow Naruto where they're still really good. And I still think Shadow Teddy is the best character in the game. So like they can be really good in this version too. Shadow Mitsuru, if you want to play a regular version of Mitsuru that has the ability to kill off of pretty much any hit, if you have a 100-meter, pick her. Getting rid of the burst is like pretty weird because the combo you actually do is basically the same. But having the meter carry over can be really good. You get access to a lot of like one more shenanigans with the bonus meter. You could do a lot more instant overheads, a lot more grimy stuff. And yeah, having the ability to do 7k or even 8k off of a shadow burst is like really strong. And that's off of the jab. Also, she keeps a really good auto combo, but it is not as good as the base. Okay, next we got Aegis.
I don't think I've ever even seen Shadow Aegis.
So Shadow Aegis is like, I mean, She's hard. I've tried to learn her. She's literally regular Aegis, except her combos, like, she really does a lot with the increased meter gain. She can gain, like, 80 meter off of one combo. And yeah, it's like, the mix-ups are really good. Her Shadow Rage combos don't do as much as the other character's Shadow Rage combos, but she has the opportunity to get a lot more stray hits because of her mix-up potential. So, you know, if you like that, feel free. Next, we got Shadow Akihiko. Have him as yellow. Fishing for counter hit B is pretty much all you do. And off of a counter hit B, you can hit 8k. Really high execution, the only reason why he's yellow. Wait, what do I have regular Akihiko as? Yeah, yellow too is like high floor, way higher floor than a regular character, but I would say as soon as you hit the floor, you can do everything he really has. Just like, yeah, if you like base Akihiko, but you want a more burst damage option, because base Akihiko already does a shit ton of damage, but if you want to, like, really be able to style, basically, it's really just a style character. Like, if you want to have everything Akihiko has except still be able to style, way worse of an auto combo, but you can sweep out of it to get safe jumps.
Minutes if we want to keep this under an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Next, we got Shadow Junpei. Shadow Junpei is just regular Junpei, except you aim to get all of your runs in one combo. The increased meter gain is really good. He can do, like, insane shit. Probably he's even better than regular Junpei, but just no one really plays him. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, like, the Japanese players in this game, especially in 1.1 before 2.0, if you watch old Japanese tournament footage, there were a lot of Junpeis. Like, a lot of Junpei players, so they obviously evolved the meta a lot more than we did. And that's where most of his placements come from, but I feel like they probably just wanted to play the version of him with a burst. Because gold bursting as Junpei is pretty common because of how much his 10 run gains him the burst meter back. His 10 run auto combo, which is also his main combo starter. But yeah, regular Junpei. If you really want to play Junpei and you want to be, I would say, like, really original and do something that will make people go like, wow, pick Shadow Junpei. Because he's got some grime. I mean, we'll probably learn him together in the tutorial. I don't know shit about him, but I've seen a little bit. Shadow Rose. Oh wow, did she just go from green to red? Whoa.
Shadow Rose is not okay.
Yeah, Shadow Rose. This is Grime the character. Like, Breathe Carolina made Dead the album. This is Dead the character.
Oh boy.
What I gotta say.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Shadow Rose. If you want unblockables, if you want extremely high damage, pick Shadow Rose. Rose already puts you in a blender, but this is, like, extremely high reward if you want it. If you want Ouroboros, like, you know, you played Ultimate Marvel 3, you know what Strider does. If you want that, pick this character. This character is way too much grime. I will say a lot of people think she's kind of bad and definitely worse than regular Rose, but she has a lot of potential. And yeah, sorry, it's obvious I'm rushing. This video was only supposed to be 20 minutes, but it's obviously 58 minutes. Persona. I mean, the worst part is this is going to be the first take and probably the only take because holy shit, it's 58 minutes. Sorry about all of the weird pauses. Sorry if I breathe at the end of the mic. Hopefully the other videos will be maybe a little higher quality, but this is already the highest quality Persona footage of the year, so who cares?
They'll be a lot more polished because we could really go in depth.
Yeah, like, this game is very hard to just talk about on a surface level, because if you've seen anything, a lot of people recently have been saying how good the game is now compared to how they thought about it, because the meta really evolved and current footage is actually really fun to watch. Yeah, this has been PMATG, Gengar's Prodigy, yada yada yada, all of that. PMATG on Twitch.
And Padinga.
Yeah, this is somehow... No, I can't even say... This be sponsored by No Way Esports. What's up? I'm on esports team. See ya.